In this video, we're going to factor this this expression. So what we want to end up with are two expressions like this. All right, we'll look at the n squared first. Yeah, the n squared is n times n, so I can use that as the first term in each factor. Now I'm going to look at these next two sort of together. All right, the 56, I want to find the factors of 56. So let's see, there's 1 times 56. There's 2 times, 28. 3 won't go. 4 into that goes 14. Let's see, 5 won't go into 56. 6, no, 7. Yeah, 7 will go. 7 times 8. Yeah. 8, we've already done that factor, so we're good to go. All right, so we're going to need one of these pairs of factors is going to be the one that we need to use here. So let's look at them. What I need to have is when I multiply these two factors, I want to get this number right here, the 56. And when I add or subtract those two factors, I want to get the minus 15. Yep. So that's where I'm looking. That's what I'm looking for. So 1 and 56, or 1 times 56. If I multiply them, yeah, that satisfies that. But if I add those two together or subtract them, they're way too far apart. There's no way I'm going to get a 15 out of those two. So 2 and 28, similar, right? 2 times 28, 56. But again, they're too far apart. There's no way I'm going to get a 15 out of that by either adding 28 minus 2, 26. 28 plus 2 is 30. No way. 4 and 14, we're getting closer here. But 14 and 4 is 18. 14 minus 4 is 10. There's no way that's going to work. So far, none of these three. We've only got one pair of factors left, 7 and 8. So I'm hopeful those will work. All right, so 7 and 8 gives me 56 if I multiply them. If I add 7 and 8, I get 15, which is what I want, but it's not the right sign. Yeah, I want a negative sign, negative 15, and these are going to give me a positive. But if I made both of those negative, then let's see, they would add up to negative 15. And if I multiplied them, 7 times 8 is 56, and they're both a negative, right? Negative times a negative is a positive. So that would give me the positive 56 that I want. So the two factors, the rest of the two factors are going to be negative 7 and negative 8. Now let's check these to make sure they're right. We should be able to use FOIL or whatever method you want to call it to get back to that original expression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the first two together, right? Then I'm going to multiply the outer two together. Then I'm going to multiply the inner two together. And then I'm going to multiply the last two together. All right, so let's try this. The first two is n times n, so that gives me n squared. The outer two, the n minus the n times the minus 8 is minus 8n. The inner two, the negative 7 and the n, gives me negative 7n. And the last two, negative 7 times negative 8. Remember, negative times a negative is a positive. So that's my 56. Now look, these two terms that have n in them, I can combine those two to simplify this. So we'll do n squared, negative 8n and negative 7n is negative 15n. 56 we can't do anything with. So let's see now, is this what we started with? And it turns out that it's exactly what we started with. So these are in fact the two expressions, the two factors that we come up with, n minus 7 and n minus 8. Done.